Dan Crenshaw serves in Congress, but before that, he was a Navy SEAL who knows what war is like, and he joins us now. Welcome, Congressman. Before we start, I got to congratulate you and your wife on your recent news. I think I'm right. Y'all are expecting, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. We're super excited. Thank you.
It's hard to go from being a parent and the birth of a child to war, but you and I are going to try to do it. The U.S. has resisted allowing Ukraine to access fighter jets. What changed and why now?
Yeah, I think Biden's had the wrong instincts on this for a long time. He initially resisted sending Ukraine tanks and then allowed that to happen. And now allowing at least our allies to send the Ukrainians F-16s and then allowing U.S. trainers to help them train on those planes. You know, what changed in Biden's head? I don't know, because I don't know what goes on in Biden's head on a day-to-day basis. But what you don't want to do is just keep this war going forever, but just by giving the Ukrainians just enough to survive. No, you want them to start winning so that the Russians lose hope. That is the strategic goal here. Make Russia lose hope. Make Russia feel that they can't advance anymore and that they have to do a peace deal. That should be the goal. And so I'm glad they're doing this. Once again, it's too late, but you do have to beat them back enough so that they need to actually have a peace settlement. And so that's what I hope what happens, and that's hopefully the direction we're going.
All right, Congressman, there is no way in the world you can understand what is going on in the president's head, but Jake Sullivan might be able to. I want to play a clip from him and then ask you a question on the other side.
And the United States has mobilized an exceptional effort to deliver on time and in full everything Ukraine needs to launch this counteroffensive. Now that we've done that, we can look forward to the long-term capacity of Ukraine to be able to defend itself and deter Russian aggression. Fourth-generation fighter aircraft, Western fighter aircraft, F-16s are relevant to that fight.
You know, Congressman, you kind of touched on this. It seems to, at least my untrained eye, that we kind of slow roll these weapon systems. I mean, we wait until, like, the circumstances are dire, and then we will give Ukraine what they're asking for. I mean, what is the wisdom of doing that as opposed to giving them what they need maybe a minute beforehand?
Again, Biden always has the wrong instincts on this. I don't know what kind of advice Jake Sullivan gives Joe Biden. I don't really respect Jake Sullivan. It's just as a general national security mind either. So the first part of what he said is just wrong. They have not given Ukraine what they've needed on time and in the quantity that they've needed. The second part is not wrong. I mean, look, it is important for their long-term defense, but it's also important for their tactical defense right now. Right now, there's basically a stalemate in the air over Ukraine. You want to change the dynamics there. Again, why? So that strategically the Russians lose hope and demand a peace deal. That's what you want. And so, look, Biden has not had good instincts on national security his entire career. Everyone told him not to leave Afghanistan the way he did, and he did it, right? He demanded that exact thing happen, and he got what he got. So I don't trust their instincts at all. All we can do is push for what is right and at least cheer them on when they're doing the right thing. And so, look, I'm glad this is happening, but of course it's too little too late. As usual, we can end this much sooner than a lot of people realize.
All right, Congressman, we've only got 30 seconds, but there's nobody in the world that can tell us who the Wagner Group is and why Russia's using them in 30 seconds quite like you can.
I'll try. Look, they're a private security force that Russia relies on. They're operated by a Russian oligarch because Russia doesn't have a solid modern military. This group operates in Africa. They operated in Syria. And what they're trying to do is actually leverage Putin to kind of take over the Ministry of Defense in its entirety. So, again, it's another weakness that Russia has that we can exploit. That's who Wagner Group is in 30 seconds. It's unlike any other country as far as how they operate their military. And, they primarily operate in Bakhmut right now in the epic battle that's happening there at the moment.
Well, I'm going to have you on again soon because my thought was if we kind of, subrogate out this work, then they'll be blamed for war atrocities and we will not be. So we're gonna kind of outsource the worst work to a group of mercenaries. But you and I'll talk about that next time. In the meantime, thank you for coming on a Sunday night. Appreciate it.